are ready. We are psyched.
Something's gonna go down!
It may have been the biggest event ever in the Urban Center. We are covering all of the flying Flugtag fun.
I got a little bit too dirty.
Competitors tackle some muddy obstacles. Hear from people taking part in the Patriot Games.
Oh no. This what girls be doing? This what you be doing?
They have got more high heels than the entire shoe department at Nordstrom. But why are they being worn by men? The cause they are supporting coming up. Plus, where residents are interacting with police officers, the old event making a return to Irving, and volunteers tackle litter at the Trash Bash. This is City Source. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. It's where high heels are not high fashion. That's coming up. But before we get to that, a first-time event brought out more people than anyone expected. We were in the middle of all of the action at Red Bull Flugtag. These are the splashes and the crashes people came to see. This is Red Bull Flugtag on Irving's Lake Carolyn.
I love it!
It's freaking awesome.
More than 30 teams made the daring drop.
I just can't swim, I was terrified.
Before we show you more, we'll back up hours before all of this, as teams put the finishing touches on their one-of-a-kind, human-powered flying machines. We tried to learn a little more about some of them.
So it's all made out of really lightweight balsa wood. And
Let me tell you what's gonna happen! Something's gonna go down!
You can see these teams are in character and ready for battle.
We just love to have a good time, pretty much.
So yeah, this is a great time.
They have all picked a pilot, the one to steer their vessel.
So you're the one going in the water.
what water? I'm gonna lay. I marked out an X on the other side. You can vaguely see it.
What do you think of the competition you're seeing out here?
Oh, it was pretty fierce.
Once the event opened, people moved in to get a close look at what these teams have put weeks of work into.
Oh, tons of fun and long nights and lots of Red Bull.
We put a lot into this, and seeing all the kids out here's faces when they come up, wear our helmets, knowing that we get to fly off that 30-foot cliff. I mean, I don't know if anything's gonna be better than that.
It's awesome, it's huge! I wasn't expecting so many people.
Danielle Canna rolled up ready to cheer teams on.
Kind of a Red Bull dedication. I got some Red Bull cans in there, sugar-free, 0 calorie, you know, gotta hit it all up.
I'm Corn Dog. This is Turkey Leg, Cotton Candy, and Stick of Butter.
Team Big Tex and Fuego designed its theme around last year's fire at the State Fair icon. A few weeks back, we checked in with the team during the building process and heard a confident prediction.
I'll separate with the hat, which will be our glider, glide off to victory.
And as the team makes its way up the ramp, months of work come to this.
I'm thinking, have fun, look good, don't get hurt.
After their skit, it is the moment of truth.
I'm fine. It was, you know, it's great. You know, I'd do it again in a second. We didn't have any idea that the wind would just destroy it and almost destroy us.
What did they say your distance was?
Minus three.
Which is a new record.
If it was a record, it did not last long.
It looks painful, but it looks fun, and hopefully you don't land on your own plane or in anything sharp.
Team Gas Monkey Garage from the Discovery Channel's Fast and Loud won the People's Choice Award.
The aerodynamics of flight haven't changed a whole lot since the very beginning, so it's just wind, speed, and lift.
But it was the law of gravity that got them. Most teams joined their pilots in the lake.
Oh, it was a rush.
Jumping in water like that, I can't see at the bottom. I don't know about all that.
Irving firefighters kept an eye on the participants and crowd.
There's like 35 or 40 medics on duty, and we're kind of help to keep the perimeter of the water safe.
And here on Fire Department's Boat 8, we have the unique perspective not only of that huge drop the teams have to make, more than 20 feet, but also the crowds. Look at this.
360 degrees around Lake Carolyn, crowds in every direction.
The crowd is incredible, so we're having a great time.
It's really cool. I think it brings a lot of exposure out here.
I think the crowd is phenomenal. Look at all these people out here.
Irving Mayor Beth Van Dyne skydived with the Red Bull Air Force to promote this event.
Any day. Hey, yeah, I would do it again. It would have been fun to skydive today.
Though finding an open landing spot might be tough, with people crowded on land around the lake, huddled in parking garages, and even on paddle boards and gondolas and in kayaks.
You guys one of the best seats in the house.
Yeah, right?
No way to count for sure, but Red Bull guesstimates that the crowd topped 90,000.
I think it's amazing. I think Red Bull has done a great job with this event.
Oh my God.
Next year, and we're going to beat all these guys.
We're going to beat them all.
Some here are inspired by what they see and have ideas of their own.
Well, if you could get somebody in a wheelchair, use the wheelchair, it's easier to push like a bobsled team, you know?
Not too much. Not too
Not
much.
too much info.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
They can look here for more inspiration. Duct Tape Dynasty was an early leader in the competition.
So how was that?
It was awesome. That's the best fight you're going to see all day right there.
But it was the Texas Tomcats who claimed the top prize.
It's good to just feel normal again. We've been staying up so late. We're just relieved that it's over.
And the teams that are not taking home these trophies seem okay with that.
We didn't do so hot, but we had a good time.
Just hanging out with these guys and making something out of nothing, it was well worth it.
And they still have something to remember this day, the wreckage pulled from Lake Carolyn.
Worth it, every single second.
Just being out here made it all worth it.
Amazing.
Woo!
Yeah, really a great time there. And that event in Irving was one of 5 happening at the same time across the country for the first ever National Red Bull Flugtag Day. And we couldn't get every team into our story, but if you want to see more of the 30-foot drops, stick around for the end of our show. At the same time Flugtag was happening in North Irving, another big event was happening in South Irving. Brooke Pratt checked out the muddy, messy fun at the Patriot Games.
It's the Patriot Games at Irving's Trinity View Park. Roman Brockle and his dad came out for the 1 mile kids run, one of many competitions here.
Are you ready to get muddy? You excited? What are you most excited about?
About the swinging a rope.
Roman wanted to dress up as one of his favorite superheroes, Captain America.
He just fights in an army.
Roman's character was a perfect fit for what lay ahead of him. The Patriot Games were created in 2010 by 2 Marines to challenge others to accomplish obstacles that seem impossible.
I was running with my dad over there. Well, there were a lot of obstacles and he told me to just keep pushing.
With obstacles designed to push you to your limits in strength and endurance, I wanted to know the reasons why people came out to run through mud and muck.
Just for the fun of it.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Yeah. Just for the fun of it. Brought our family and everyone from the CrossFit gym to have some fun.
We're here. It was a nice technical course and it was a great run.
Adults participated in either a 5 or 10K. The obstacles included things like 10-foot walls, tires, mud pits, and mud crawls, just to name a few.
I got a little bit too dirty.
It was tough, you know, it was a great, the elevation change was all over the place. Rocks and boulders and mud and walls, ups and downs, and it was fun.
And the final obstacle before the finish line? This monster ramp.
I built the walls you see in here. A lot of the walls you see out there, people climbing over.
Since he built it, he told us the trick to getting up.
Momentum, and if you're slow, you got problems.
Many said it was the hardest event of the entire race.
Oh yeah, because I'm packing 270, so you know, when the big truck starts moving, thank God for my team, Eat My Mud, they pulled me up the wall.
If runners chose to skip an obstacle, they had to pay a price. 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and 10 jumping jacks. Not only did runners get their money's worth in mud and obstacle courses, their race fees are going towards a good cause close to home. The funds from this year's Patriot Games will help PAL, the Irving Police Athletic League, which is a nonprofit organization that helps at-risk kids in the city. PAL is run by police officers, and the money will help the program increase its fitness area so that officers can accommodate more participants. And participants in the Patriot Games say the sense of accomplishment they felt after finishing the race made getting muddy and working hard all worth it.
Oh my goodness, it was so awesome. It's a test of everything, but at the end of the day, that's what you're trying to get.
For Captain America and everyone else racing, mission accomplished. Brooke Pratt for City Source.
You heard how that was a PAL benefit. Well, in another Police Activities League program, women learn how to protect themselves. The Rape Aggression Defense System is for females over the age of 11. On past editions of City Source, we have shown you how it works as officers teach awareness, risk reduction, and, as you see here, self-defense. The 4-day class will again be offered October 14th through 17th at the Police Training Academy on Esters Road. The class is $20 and registration is recommended at irvingpal.org. Irving Police marked National Night Out Against Crime in a big way. Officers participated in more than 40 neighborhood gatherings throughout the city. There was also a larger celebration at the Kroger on North Beltline Road.
Tonight is National Night Out.
A lot of the community out here, a lot of the police officers for Irving, I think they do a great job.
National Night Out is known as America's Night Out Against Crime. An opportunity for neighborhoods to get together, to come out, know one another. We not only have we brought out all the city services from Parks and Rec, the police, the fire, code enforcement, the apartment complexes as well. We've also brought out numerous local businesses to be able to introduce themselves to some of the neighbors. This area was chosen specifically by the Irving Police Department to send a special group of officers in to take care of disorder and crime problems that we were experiencing over the last few years. The Beltline Northgate Initiative began May 1st of 2012. And over the past year and a half to now present date and here in October 2013, we've seen over a 20% reduction in crime.
Keep up the good job, Irving Police Department. We all appreciate their work and what they do for the community. I do.
Let's stay on that police beat and see if you could be a City Source crime fighter. Surveillance cameras snapped shots of these two guys stealing rent checks from the office at the Marble Tree Apartments on North Beltline Road. If you have information, call police at 972-721-2353 or email ipdcrimetips@cityofirving.org, and that's how you could be a City Source crime fighter. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Irving's Family Advocacy Center wants to draw attention to the problem. Some staff members joined the regional event called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. Brooke covered it for us.
Oh no. This what girls be doing? This what you be doing?
If men had to wear these, they'd be banned.
This is not something you see every day. Firefighters, police officers, basketball players, hunters, and soldiers, all decked out in shiny heels.
These are size 14 ladies' shoes. I did not bring them myself, but I think it's going to be a long mile.
There's an old saying, you can't really understand another person until you've walked a mile in their shoes. Some men in the DFW Metroplex are taking that saying to heart during this fundraiser called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. This event asks men to literally walk a mile in high heels.
My daughter, she picked them. I know I shouldn't be wearing socks, but you know, I'm just trying to do whatever it is to support it. So she picked out the orange shoes.
You got to coordinate. So I got the green shoes. I understand that they're 4 inches, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Wooden heel.
Nothing goes better with an army uniform than a good old pair of heels.
I actually walked a couple of days in them to practice. My calves were burning at the end of it, and the ball of my feet were hurting. Other than that, I'm fine.
The mission of the walk is to engage men in being part of the solution to ending sexual violence. All proceeds go to the Dallas County Sexual Assault Coalition.
We need men as a part of the fight against sexual assault, and what they're doing is just a small token of showing that they're willing to get out of their comfort zone, they're willing to do something uncomfortable and awkward and those kinds of things to show that they support women and that they want to stand in the fight against sexual assault.
I think there's just like this misperception that it's a woman's thing to be concerned about each other and to be there for either support or prevention, when really it's everybody's job, men too.
Participants were encouraged to wear either red or pink heels so that they'd stand out. And while many of the walkers can hardly stand up, they say it's worth it to raise awareness for this cause.
I think if people really knew the numbers, the actual numbers of people that have been sexually assaulted, whether it's people that have reported the crimes or have had to keep it to themselves for, days, weeks, months, years, I think they would really be disturbed by it. And so I just think it's important that people know about it.
The numbers tell a sad story. According to the coalition, statistics say that in Texas, 1 in 5 women is a victim of sexual assault. For Justin Blair, a member of the 957 Quartermaster Company out of Denton, these statistics hit close to home.
As a dad, I got 2 girls, and a wife, and I have 2 sisters. So the more awareness we can bring to this event and get men on the same page as women, I think it's a good cause, and realize that it means no, and nothing happens after that point.
Blair shares the sentiments of everyone supporting this cause. They want sexual violence to stop, and they say they hope their walk will shed light on the sexual violence epidemic.
That's probably the first and last time I walked that far in heels, but it was for a good cause, and I'm happy I did it. I put a lot of work in today.
Very difficult. They tell you all the instructions, heel to toe and all that kind of stuff, but then you just forget all your training once it starts.
Oh, they're awesome. Not at all. They hurt. I can't wait to get it. I don't know how you guys do this.
The walkers' feet may be sore, but they don't have to wear heels again until next year. It's a fun and entertaining way to deliver an important message to Dallas County. Rape affects us all. Brooke Pratt for City Source.
Coming up, a big cleanup at a local park, but first, Web Watch, our most popular and most talked about videos online. Looks like a lot of you are ready for Halloween because our look inside the new Strangling Brothers Haunted Circus took the top spot this time around. In response on YouTube, A-Town Actor wrote, "That red clown is my wife. Hey, A-Town Actor, glad you met the red clown of your dreams." You saw our wrap-up of Red Bull Flugtag at the top of our show, but many of you are still interested in the events leading up to it.
You're not living if you're not pushing the line.
Our preview attracted hundreds of new views. And wrapping up the Web Watch this week, one from the archives, our look at the sport of hand cycling. Paralympic champion Oz Sanchez visited the city to talk with athletes who are not letting challenges slow them down.
Fit body is a fit mind, and a fit mind is usually ends up in a happy individual.
In response on YouTube, chair jockey Charlie wrote, "That was fun to watch." Thanks, chair jockey. I remember it was a fun one to cover, too. If you missed any of those stories, find them at the all-new ICTN.tv. That's also where you can watch us live 24/7. Plus, catch us at youtube.com/The City of Irving. We have more than 900 videos for you to watch, and we always like it when you leave us a comment. The group Keep Irving Beautiful again marked National Public Lands Day with the Trinity Trash Bash. Now, it has rained 4 of the last 5 years that the event has been held, but this year, the shower was held off and the volunteers came out.
This is our 22nd annual Trinity Trash Bash. We've had it for 22 years now. And what makes it so special is it's open to everyone in the community.
This is an important cause for us, litter abatement, recycling. It's great that this many people can come out and actually be part of this with us.
We wanted to take part in this because we want to show our community that we care and that we want to help make it stay beautiful.
I like to take part in this to bring my Green Club students out here so that they have an idea of how much trash is really out there in even pristine looking parks.
This year it's grown. Last year was 400 people. This year we had over 675 people registered.
We found lots of beer bottles,
a lot of plastic,
beer cans,
Found a Snickers bar. Well, not the bar, the wrapper.
Probably 50% is recyclable, so it'd be nice if people learned to recycle, and actually it'd be even better if people just wouldn't litter.
What I think is cool about it is it brings all the community together, and they can share a common goal of making our nature areas more inviting for everyone to use and appreciate.
It feels good. It's a great sense of community to be out here with all these people.
You get a sense of community, which you don't get really any other way unless you volunteer for something similar to this. And it just makes you feel good, like you've done something.
Not only are we making a difference in our community, but in the environment.
A proclamation from President Barack Obama marked that day as National Public Lands Day. A fun event is making its return to the city. You can tell by this old video, as it has been a few years since the last Canal Fest, but organizers are bringing it back in a big way. There will be concerts, sports activities, arts, and more. Canal Fest is Saturday, October 19th from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. near the intersection of Las Colinas and O'Connor Boulevards. Because of limited parking, the dark orange line may be your best bet to get there. For a list of performers and directions, visit irvingevents.org. Merchants in Heritage Crossing are again offering a safe option for trick-or-treaters. You can see the last year it attracted some kids in costume eager to get some candy. Now, because of that positive response last year, it is happening again on Halloween night. Trick-or-treaters can turn out on Main Street from 4:30 until 6 p.m. The Animal Care Campus is looking for donations to help homeless animals. Hope Fellowship Church will also offer a blessing of pets. The event is Saturday, October 19th from 10 until 2 at the Animal Care Campus. On your screen is a list of some of the items sought: cat litter, dog treats, liquid laundry soap, cat and dog toys, and more. This marks the 4th year of that event. And it is time now for our Pets of the Week, so let's head out to the Animal Care Campus.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Pet of the Week. Today, first up, we have Lisbeth, who is a 1-year-old terrier mix. She came into the Irving shelter a few months ago with a very injured leg. She has since then had surgery and been transferred over to the DFW Humane Society, where she patiently awaits her new family. She is a very outgoing and playful girl. Please come and visit with her today and see if you can't take her home and add her to your family. This little guy here is Slinky. He's about 3 years old and a rat terrier chihuahua mix. He's very playful, but most of all, he's very loving and cuddly. Please come and visit with him today. He's looking for his forever new home, and he's going to make a great pet in addition to any family. Please come and see him today. These two girls here, this is Sally and Rosie. They're about 3 months old, and they are domestic short hairs. They are gray and white, and they were owner surrendered. These little girls are very playful and very sweet. They're going to make any home a great home and have lots of fun doing it.
Always some great choices. Thanks a lot. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. October is the month of the Big Read in Irving. On the next City Source, see how it is getting kicked off. Plus, police have a warning about a burglary scam targeting older residents. We will explain how it works and how to protect yourself and your loved ones. And we'll update the progress at Irving's first community garden and show you what the city is doing to encourage more of those gardens. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show or comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more of the action at Red Bull Flugtag. And we have quite a bit to show you, so we're going to let this roll a bit. Thanks to everyone who's a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.